Good morning, guys. Um, Welcome to Brilliant Tech Tutorial. My name is Celeste. On today's video, I'll teach you guys on how to solve partial differentiation using method of change of variables. Now, with this following example, so let's get started. Question 1 says that if z is equal to x squared minus y squared, and x is equal to r cos theta, and y is equal to r sin theta, then we have to do a solve. Solution to solve this. To solve it, you know that first thing here, to solve this, if z equals x squared minus y squared and x equals r cos theta, then y is equals r sin theta. Now, check to solve this question. Check check in z variables. If you check in the z variables contains x and y. So it simply means that now from x and y, check in x and y variables. In x and y variables, x and y contain r and theta. Y also contain r and theta. So means that in this question, we have to find the z over what the r, and also we have to find in this question we have to find the z over what the theta. So in terms of x variable, we have r and theta, and also in y variable we also have r and theta. So means that this question we have to solve the z over what the r, and also we must find the z over what theta. Okay, so therefore let's get started. Now, to find the z over the r for the first term, that is the first in terms of x and in terms of y. Okay, the first variables we see in x and y is what is r. Okay, so means that we have to find the z over the r. So the z over the r is equal to the z over what the term is what is x. There are two times that contain this r and r, which is what, which is x and y. Okay, so that becomes the z over the r is equal to the z over the x times the s over the r, plus there are two times I have the z over what the y times what the y over what the r. Okay, so means that let's solve this. Now from this, now we have to find each values of this. So therefore the z over the s is what, under z differentiate x. So differentiate x square is what, is 2s. So again, the s over the r means under s differentiate r. So under s differentiate r here is you know that for us to differentiate r here, arrow must be in the front, not at the back. So if you check here, arrow is at the back of this code of this trigonometric function. So mean that for me to differentiate this r, I only have to what, eliminate r. So I'll remove arrow. So therefore the answer become the s over the r is what is cos theta. Okay, now again I have that for next one is the z over the y. The z over the y means under z differentiate y. So differentiate y square is minus 2y. So again, and also we have to differentiate the y over the r. So the y over the r is same thing as what, under y differentiate r. So if you check, r is at the back, not at the front. So I'll just have to do what, eliminate r. So the answer becomes sin theta. So therefore put every value, every answer you got into this equation. So we have that the z over the r is equal to what, the z over the x times the s over the r, plus the z over the y, right, times the y over what, the r. So therefore that becomes what's my, the z over the x, the z over the x was 2s. So that becomes 2s. Please know that dot is what is times. So that becomes 2s times. So what is the s over the r? The s over the r is cos theta. That becomes 2s times cos theta, then plus what again? The z over the y was what, minus 2y. That becomes minus 2y times. Now the y over the r is what, sin theta. That becomes minus 2y times sin theta. So if you multiply this, that will give me everything. This time this will give me 2s cos theta minus, if you check, this is plus times minus, same thing as minus. So that becomes 2y times sin theta is what, is 2y sin theta. Okay, so that's the answer for this. Now another one, we have to find what, since we have gotten the z over the r, so let's find the z over what, the theta. Okay, so that becomes, to find the z over the theta is the same procedure. The same procedure. We have that the z over the theta is equals to what, the z over the x times the x over the theta, plus the z over the y times the y over the theta. Okay, so therefore let's find the value. Now if you check, the z over the s is what, is 2s, that is, and also the s over theta means under x differentiate theta. So under x, my x here was what, if you check is my x here was r cos theta. So it means that under x differentiate theta. Now if you check, now theta is at the front, not at the back. So therefore let's differentiate it. Now differentiate cos theta is what, is minus r sin theta, right? So therefore differentiate, so therefore the s over theta is equal to minus r sin theta. Okay, so okay, again another one, we have that the z over the y is what? Minus 2y. And also, what is the y over the theta? The y over the theta means under y differentiate theta. So therefore, under y differentiate theta is what? If you check theta is at the front, so therefore differentiate theta is arrow cos what? Theta. Okay. So therefore put all your values in this equation. That becomes the z over the s is what? 2s times the s over theta is minus arrow sin theta. You put your word plus what again? The z over the y was minus 2y times the y over theta is what? Arrow cos theta. So that becomes, multiply this, we have that the z over theta is equals to what? 2s times this will give me minus 2s arrow sin theta. And also plus times minus will give me minus 2y arrow cos theta. So this is the answer for this. This is very, very simple. Okay, very, very simple. Now again, I have question number 2. Question number 2, we have that if z is equal to sine bracket x plus y, where x is u squared plus v squared, and y is what? And y is 2uv, and y is 2uv, then we have to do what? Find the z over the u and also find the z over the v. Okay, so therefore this is simple. Now solution to find the z over the u, you know that in your x time, in your z terms, I have x and y, and also in your x terms, I have under s, I have u, s contain u and v, and also y contain u and v. So mean that we have to find the z under the u, and also we want to find the z under what? The v. Okay, so means that to find the z over the u first is what? The z over the u is equals to what? The z, if you check in terms of x and y, s contains u and also y contains u, so that becomes the z over the s times the s over the u plus again the z over the y times the y over the u. Okay, so let's differentiate. We have the z over the s is what? Means under z differentiate x. So under z differentiate x is what? Is cos bracket x plus y. So another one, the s over the u is what? Under x differentiate u square is what? Is 2v. Okay, again we have that. Again we have the z over the y means under z differentiate y is same thing as what? Cos bracket x plus y. And also the y over the u means what? Under y, right? Means under y differentiate u is what? Is 2v. So it means that let's put every values here into this equation. So if I put everything I got into this equation, so therefore I'll have that the z over the u is equals to what? Is equals to what? The z over the s is what? Is cos bracket x plus y. That is cos bracket x plus y. What again? I have the s over the u is what? Times u. What again? Times u. Now put my plus. I put my plus. So what again? I have that the z over the y is what? That is cos bracket x plus y. Another one, that is cos bracket x plus y times. So times what is the y over the u? The y over the u is what? Is 2v. Okay, so times 2v. So means that substitute. So by solving this, we have that everything here multiplied by this will give me 2u cos bracket x plus y. Again plus everything here multiplied by this will give me what? 2v cos bracket x plus y. Okay, so therefore that means that the answer is equal to this, or if you check in this equation, what is common here? The thing that's common here is what? Is 2 cos bracket x plus y. So by I can see here by factorizing, we have that 2 cos bracket x plus y is common. So if I factorize this out, that becomes u plus v. That becomes 2 cos bracket x plus y bracket u plus v. So this is the answer. Very simple. Okay, now again, we have from the equation we have to find the z over dv as well. So to find the z over dv is the z over dv is equal to the z over the x times the s over dv plus the z over dy, okay, times dy over dv. Okay, so therefore let's start differentiating. We have that the z over the s is equal to what? Cos x plus y, and also the s over dv means under x differentiate v. So if you check this, we have that under x differentiate v is what? Differentiate v square is 2v. So therefore the s over dv is what? Is 2v. And also we have that the z over dy is cos bracket x plus y, and also what again? The y over dv means under y differentiate v. So under y, this is y, differentiate v is what? Is 2u. So this remains 2u. Put everything we got into this equation. So we have that the z over dv is equal to what? The z over the s is cos bracket x plus y. Now times the s over dv is what? Times the s over dv is 2v times 2v, then what again? Plus bracket the z over dy is what? The z over dy is cos bracket x plus y. So that is cos bracket x plus y times dy over dv is what? Dy dy over dv is equal to 2u, so times 2u. If I, so therefore the z over dv is equals to what? Everything here multiplied by this will give me 2v cos bracket x plus y, putting my plus, and also everything here multiplied by this will give me what? 2u cos bracket x plus y. So therefore you can leave your answer like this, or rather you can still factorize if you want. So if you factorize this, I'll have the what is common here. The only thing common here is 2 cos bracket x plus y. So that becomes, if I factorize 2 cos bracket x plus y outside, that becomes, here remains v plus, and here remains what? U. So this is what final answer. Okay, so this is very very simple. Please guys, if you find this video interesting and helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. Thank you.